Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Don Odell's Legends. My name is Art Tipaldi. I'm the editor of Blues Music Magazine. Check us out online at bluesmusicmagazine.com or go to our Facebook page and check out some of our great deals. Tonight, here we are at Don Odell's Legends with almost the house band of Don Odell's Legends. Our dear friend, Mr. Albert Castiglia. Albert's probably been here maybe this is your fifth, sixth time, Albert?
Somebody told me fifth.
Fifth time.
I've lost track.
Fifth time.
I've lost count.
And I would say to our viewers, if in all of our previous interviews, we've discussed Albert's career, we've discussed his relationship with the great Junior Wells and Sandra Hall, we've discussed his work with the Blues Caravan for Roof Records and his first record with Roof. And tonight we're here to talk about some other stuff that's happened in the last year, like your new record, The Big Dog.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what we were going to talk about.
Yeah. You just did that in January, is that right?
I did.
Down in Louisiana.
Yep, at Dockside Studio.
Tell our viewers a little bit about Dockside Studios. I know certainly the history of it.
It's an amazing place. It's a studio on 12 acres of land in near Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay.
And it's an amazing place. When I joined the Junior Wells band, Junior had just recorded his last studio album there.
Wow.
So, imagine my delight when I found out I was going to record there. The label had no idea of my history, my 6 degrees of separation from the studio.
Right.
Through Junior, but when I was with Junior, Junior raved about the studio, how much he loved it.
Yeah.
And so that the opportunity arose to record there. Originally, we were going to try and record it at Muscle Shoals, but due to logistics and I think they were remodeling the studio in Alabama, it didn't work out. So Mike Zito, the producer, called me and said, there's a studio. It's about 2.5 hours from my house. And he mentioned Dockside, and I was like, wow, what a sign. It's a sign.
Yeah.
That this might be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, we did it. And
cool.
Did it there, and it was an amazing experience.
Yeah. How long, what process was it about? Is that a 10-day process, a 7-day process?
It was about 10 days.
That was in January.
January, it was mid-January, and Zito's band, The Wheel, played on it.
Right.
Minus Jimmy Carpenter.
Okay.
But, boy, it was just, they were so great. They laid their tracks down in 2 or 3 days, and we had the rest of the week to mess around with overdubs and vocals.
Right.
And it was just a great
What's the flow of creativity when you're in a place like that for that amount of time?
What's the
in other words, the creativity as an artist, as a musician, do you just find the ideas are spouting from that?
Well, I had already come up with I don't know. I don't know how that works. I mean, I had the idea ahead of time. I mean, there's a lot of pre-production involved.
Yeah. Okay.
But
do you find then that maybe going from pre-production to production, it's an easier transition because of the fact that you're working with a band, you're working with a producer, you're in one place for that amount of time?
Yeah. I think the environment fosters the creative process. It definitely. I mean, if you see this place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a farm that they renovated into a studio.
Wow.
And it's on the banks of what's the river? It's a beautiful river.
Yeah.
And there's a swamp in the backyard, a huge swamp. So you can't help but feel the mojo around you. And I think that maybe loosens up some things in your head. It certainly did for Mike. Mike came up with some ideas.
Yeah.
And we changed some things around that I had originally brought to the table.
Yeah.
I brought the arrangements in, but some of them changed. We put our heads together and we're able to make some changes and stuff. Maybe the environment had something to do with it.
Yeah. How different is that environment from doing it, let's say, in an environment close to your home, working in a studio close to
too
home?
many distractions at home. Oh yeah, you got the worries at home, and you got people want to come in and jump and see what's going on. Oh, can I come to the studio and stuff like that? This is like nobody knows where you are.
That's nice.
You got the time blocked out.
Yeah.
There's nothing to mess with the flow of things.
Right.
It was, and then except of course Mike's manager Ruben Williams came down with his buddy and made us gumbo. That was a welcome distraction.
Oh, I'll bet.
That was great.
Yeah, how nice, how nice.
But we had no distractions.
Yeah.
Man. It was just business.
Right.
Sorry. Oh God, I love
Yeah.
blues. But
Well, the thing that I noticed most that jumps out at me is Mike, as a producer's effect on your voice. It's a different Albert Castiglia voice.
well, he really pushed me into to heights that I didn't think were possible.
You mean heights or depth?
Maybe
No, I'm kidding.
It's the,
Yeah,
yeah, depth.
Yeah.
I think depth is the better word.
yeah,
Because he see the first sign that I knew it was going to be a great record was when we did the Luther Allison song
Yeah,
on the record, Drowning at the Bottom.
yeah.
And I thought, two artists who are the hardest people to cover for me. One is Luther, and the other is Freddie King.
Yeah.
Their vocal range is really, really high. Freddie's got a sweet voice, but it's real high.
Yeah.
And if you modulate the songs lower, it just doesn't have the same effect. And Luther, he was one of those guys who just pushed real hard. You know, he'd have a sweet voice, but he had a powerful voice.
Right.
And it was like almost like a screaming voice, but still melodic.
Yeah,
and nice. And so I thought he was going to be really tough to do, and somehow Mike got it out of me.
Nice.
He said, just go all out. Just don't be afraid
Yeah.
to take chances. And
Yeah.
if you screw up, if you clam, or you hit a Bobby Brady type note, Brady Bunch kind of note, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
But just don't be afraid to take chances.
Right.
That was what he pretty much told me the whole session, and I did, and it paid off.
Nice.
It really did.
And I know I've seen you. I saw you at a John Katz festival, Blues from the Top, the end of June, and you had the same vocals going on. I didn't hear the old Albert Castiglia. You've somehow managed to incorporate whatever Zito has taught you into your voice.
I love every track on that record, it was important for me to replicate that.
Yeah.
If you're going to do those songs, if you're going to record those songs, you got to sing them the same way.
Right.
I enjoy it, and oddly enough, it hasn't made me lose I haven't lost my voice at all. I haven't. It hasn't been a strain on my voice to do these songs.
Yeah.
Which has been really, really cool.
Have you taken this new vocal approach into your older songs, the past catalog?
Not really, but maybe perhaps the material lends itself to being pushing it more.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think maybe the material had something to do with it. Now that I think about it, maybe the material has something to do with me kicking the vocals up a notch.
Neat. I know the last song you did in the CD you co-wrote with Cryil Neville.
That was and that's another song where I got pushed.
Yeah.
I went in there. I was going to sing it kind of middle of the road. I wasn't going to hit too many high notes, and Mike really pushed me on that one, and I think I was channeling Teddy Pendergrass.
Okay.
At the end of that tune.
Yeah.
And that was a great song to rap.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that tune.
Oh yeah.
Cryil and I did it by email.
I was going to say, how did you guys work it out?
He sent me lyrics, and I gave him grooves and sent him some grooves, and we actually wrote 2 songs, but he wound up changing up one of the songs and using it with the Royal Southern Brotherhood
On their new CD?
Yes.
Is that just his songwriting credit, or do you have credit on that?
I don't know. He changed the arrangement. He actually worked on the arrangement with Bart Walker.
Okay.
And they got credit for it.
Right.
So my arrangement wasn't used, but the other one he let me have.
Right.
Which was somehow
nice.
And it was very rewarding. It was such a great song. He's such a great lyricist.
Yeah.
He's a very underrated songwriter.
Oh God.
And I don't think people realize how many songs he wrote for the Nevilles.
Yeah.
And
you still managed to find time too to honor, Graham on this one, and Joel.
Always. Joel Zoss. Yes.
Joel Zoss.
Well, Graham. I'm always going to try and get a Graham song in the album.
Yeah.
Graham Drought. He's one of the finest songwriters. I've told you that. I
think
I told you
that. It's on film.
2 episodes ago, I think I told you. But Joel Zoss, man, Bonnie Raitt, collaborator, and
that's right.
He lives in West Palm Beach now, and we did that. We wrote "Let's Make Love in the Morning," which is a song that's very unlike the kind of songs I write.
That you do.
That's what I love. I love about the collaborating. I did a lot of collaborating, and I think it made me a better songwriter.
Yeah, it always does. It always does. And you got a lot of nice new stuff now happening that we're hearing about.
Yeah.
You're going on tour with Mike Zito. Tell us a little about that. Two places, right?
Yeah, we're going to the UK in October. Mid-September to early October.
Yep. And that's just you and Mike and his band?
Well, we're going to have an English band backing us up. And then we're going on a big Blues Giants tour with, it'll be Zito and I, Sugar Ray Rayford, Willie J. Campbell on bass, and Jimmy Bott on drums.
So you got the Manish Boys.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
That's going to be something.
And will we get to see that in America?
Let's see how it works. Let's see if we can get along. We don't even know. I'm sure we'll get along fine.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh, you will.
Of course, I got to keep my regular band working as Sugar Ray does, and But I'll fit it into my schedule if it works out. I love all those guys individually as players.
Yeah. Is that what, 2 weeks you said?
2 weeks, yeah.
And where in Europe?
Well, I think we're going to Amsterdam, Paris, Hamburg, which is my favorite city in Germany.
Yeah. Nice.
Love Hamburg.
Yeah.
But we're going to a lot of places.
Good. Well, this work, this collaboration or this association with Roof Records, it's been now 2 years, a year and a half, has really taken Albert Castiglia around the world, hasn't it?
It's been a great move.
Yeah.
It was a great move. I had a choice of I had two labels to choose from when I 2 years ago, and I made the right choice. It turned out to be the right choice. Yeah. They gave me a lot of creative freedom on that last album.
Right.
Solid Ground I had recorded prior to signing with them, and they liked it enough to take me on. But the second record, that was a real, true telling of what kind of people they are. They're very good people. Thomas is a great guy.
He is.
He just lets you do what you want. He doesn't really interfere too much in the creative process.
Right.
Whether that or we just made all the right moves, and he didn't have any reason to complain about anything. It was just a great. It's been a great relationship. He gave me a production job too. I produced a record.
Which one did you do? That's right.
Eliana Cagnaluti.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
Electric Woman.
Eliana, that's from Italy, right?
Right.
Yes.
So it's been a wonderful ride with them.
That's great.
I hope we can keep it going.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, but But I really sincerely hope we can keep the relationship going. I got another record left to do with them, and we'll see what happens.
That's right. Good. Well, it's great having you here tonight, Albert. You're going to be playing songs tonight from Big Dog?
I think it's going to be almost entirely Big Dog songs. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Art Tipaldi here at Don Odell's Legends. Tonight's musical guest, Albert Castiglia, and he'll be showcasing his new 2016 CD, Big Dog, on Roof Records. Thank you.